on an absolutely baking hot night. The beer room temperature is 27 degrees in here, so it is warm. This was in Lidl's Beer Festival. It is Bubble Trouble, a 4.5% bubblegum pale ale from Boss Brewing from Wales. So it says here on the back, we've gone all retro with this pale ale, bringing you the original bubblegum flavour straight from the 70s. Expect a nostalgic blast of notes of banana, cherry and strawberry. That actually does sound really nice. Flavours reminiscent of that traditional pink bubblegum of our younger days. We can't make the claim. Good evening again, Thomas. How are you, matey? We can't make the claim that it's great for blowing huge bubbles, although we challenge you to try. So, I've heard the reviews of this, mainly negative reviews. Do I care what other people say in reviews? No, because what they take out of a beer and what I take, an acquired taste, yeah. And that's the thing with beers, it's all an acquired taste. Something that could be the world's best. Oh, I can smell that bubblegum already. Wow, you can smell the aroma, the bubblegum aroma. And that's like, what, nearly 19, 20 inches away from the can. I mean, on the nose, I'm not really a bubbly bubblegum fan, but on the nose, it smells lovely. And again, it's all down to what you like and what you don't like. Golden pour, lots of carbonation, 2 centimetres of head. And like you say, massive bubblegum, cherry, banana. It did say cherry and banana, didn't it? I'm certainly strawberry as well. Very fruity. It's certainly, on the aroma side of things, it does exactly what it says on the can. Right. Cheers all. Let's dive in. Good evening, Mr. Bolton. How are you? Right. I get the bubble. I do get the flavours, but I did also get a slight medicinal taste to it. This is going to be interesting. Okay, it does taste like bubblegum. There's no doubt about it. You do get the banana, you do get the cherry, you do get the strawberry. You also get a medicinal taste to this. It is, it's different. It really is different. Yeah, I think it's one of those. It's a definite, like a lot of beers these days, it's a definite one-off beer. Hubba bubba bubba. What's it like? Bubblegum. Yeah, it's just like bubblegum, old-fashioned bubblegum. It's bubblegum on the nose, bubblegum on the taste, with a medicinal touch to it. It's different. It's yeah, different. So this weekend, Saturday afternoon, I'm going over to, and this is one for you, Craig, and Adam, whenever we watch. I know Adam and Greg sometimes watch a bit later if they're watching football. I'm going over to the Black Iris Brewery tap room this Saturday, primarily just to get some beers, but I may chat the wife into me having a drink or two there, just so I can do a review on premises, and then get some beers to take home and do some reviews at home. So I'll be able to take a video of the tap room, just so that, you know, gives you a bit of an idea, like I did with the Liquid Light tap room last week, just to give you an idea, somewhat of an idea anyway, you know, if I'm brave enough to actually do it. An idea of what the tap room's about. The tap room's only 2 miles away from me. It's probably, of all the local tap rooms in Nottingham, it's probably the closest, you know, as the bird flies, as the crow flies rather, whatever you call it. But yeah, it's probably the closest. It's near to the to where Shipston's was actually made. LHG. What's LHG? But yeah, I need to do live reviews, and it also gets me. I think the best time to do live reviews is when the likes of you come up. Good evening, how are we? Oh, left-handed giant. Aha, aha. Yeah. I think live reviews would be good, especially when you're in company that, and sometimes intoxicated. Left-handed giant. Yeah. You know when you've had a drink and you don't care. And when I've had a couple of drinks, I get to the stage where I don't give a monkeys who's around me. I'll just talk, and I'll lift the camera up and go, yeah. And they carry on actually doing the review. But because when you've had a drink, you don't, do you? You know, you lose some of your inhibitions. Yeah. I was getting like that towards the end of the Liquid Light Brew company. I know. It's funny because I was doing one of the reviews and the wife said to me, says, they were all watching. The whole table stared over at me talking. And the music was on as well. So I could hardly hear myself talking. Never mind the people in the background. But yeah. So I'm going in there this Saturday. I've got about 55 quid to spend. I'm using my gardening money primarily now to visit tap rooms and to do local beer reviews. Soon I'll go back to buying more beers, but I'm like you see, I've tried to run the beer wall down quite a bit. When I get obviously birthday beers off the family, you know, there's bound to be some birthday beers or something along them lines at least. Then, oh god, my eyes itchy. Then I'll start restocking the beer wall. I'm getting ever so closer to this 1800 subscribers as well. So the Old Tom Challenge looks like it's going to be on. And we'll do that for a Friday night or Friday or Saturday night. It's a shame that the football's on at the moment because we don't want it to clash with any decent football matches. I'm wary that football has wiped a lot of people, a lot of random people who would watch beer reviews, and a lot of normal people who would watch beer reviews off the slate. There's a lot of people now who aren't watching beer reviews because one, they're either at the pubs getting drunk, or two, they're watching the footy, and you can't fault them. You know, they ain't got time. I understand that totally. You know, I ain't got time to do what I can. Yeah. 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 And obviously this weekend's a no-go anyway. I only when I touch 1800 will I think about getting the beers. Next weekend's a no-go because of the fact that I'm not even in Nottingham. I'm all the way down to Southampton, or near Southampton. One would never say that. But I mean, obviously, people have got lives as well. The summer months, people are going on holiday to the UK, not to Portugal. And, you know, I think in the winter months, things will pick up again. So, unless you're some mega channel who gets thousands and thousands of bloody followers. But for the smaller channels like myself, you know, obviously, you notice a downward trend. And I've certainly noticed a downward trend. But I've also downward trended myself by only going on 3 actual long lives a week rather than the 7-day lives. Although, to be fair, doing a couple of live reviews in the middle of the football, so I don't go too long, is a good way to still do the lives, just not overly long lives. And I think that's going to be the standard format for a little bit, until the football's over at least. And until summer goes out there. Once summer's gone out of the way, then it's fair play. Southwold. Yeah, and that's why this channel grew massively. Within a year, it went from, well, just over the space of a year, it went up 1,200 subscribers. So you can tell what a year did, you know. And also doing lives helped the channel, you know, helped the channel massively. I will go back to doing, especially during the winter months when there's nothing else to do rather than sit at home, or, you know, and I will slap the probably 7-day lives back on at 6 o'clock, you know, as long as I'm not getting overly pissed, drunk rather. The wife won't matter too much, won't moan too much rather. Anyway, Boss Brewing. And yeah, bubblegum. I do think it's an acquired taste. I do understand that. Yeah. Even now, today, I've seen nobody in the job. So, talking about the rum and raisin, Mr. Bolton. Oh, God. One sec, let me reach down. I was going to go with Love Brewing's kit, the Imperial Russian Stout. But I had to look at the money side of things. And I thought, I can do 2 kits and just increase the sugar. So I did. So I bought this. This is the Easter Brew 6% chocolate stout. It's an amazing stout. A couple of bags of sugar with that, and also rum and raisin on top of that will make quite the stout. Good morning, Sam. How are you, matey? I forget what time it is over there. Something like 5 in the morning. I'm trying to look at what time it is here, and are you 12 hours behind us? Or in front? It'd be in front, wouldn't it? Not behind. 4:30. Wow. One is up early. Work today. I mean, I start work at 7, but I get up for 5 daily. I don't leave the house till 6:30 when I'm close by, and on the other day I leave the house at 6:10 because to get there for about 6:45. 35-minute journey to get there, but I don't mess about with the times. Demerara sugar. I must get some Demerara sugar. Yes. That is a very dark kit, very chocolatey kit. So I may not want to use the dark malt, but certainly the Demerara sugar would be a key thing to add, or Muscovado sugar as well, I suppose, would be a key thing to add in the brewing process. Working nights. I did nights, you know. I worked at Sainsbury's, a retail company in the UK, supermarket. And I actually preferred the nights for working because I absolutely battered through the work. But it was still it was a bit lonely because basically you're on an aisle by yourself. You don't really see anyone. And you're not really chatting to anyone. But there was no risk of being put on tills, you know, going on tills. Horrible. And then the other thing was being out the house at night, away from my wife and kids. It does hit you when you're not with the wife, when you're not with the family. But I did 3 nights a week, and that was it. I had the 4 days off, so it was great money wise. I was earning what I did on 3 nights. Yeah, I would do 5 days for 5 shifts. Good evening, Paul. 12-hour shift. Wow, totally bollocks. I can understand that, matey. So Castle Rock have got another new craft beer coming out. They need to start doing a mixed kit, a mixed box rather. Trucking on Nights was horrible. Yeah, it's falling asleep, isn't it, as well? Good evening. Yeah, sometimes having bosses around is not great. My brother, he does 4 nights. He does four. Yeah, that's better. I can actually see the chat again there. He does 4 shifts, but he does 2 on, 2 off. So 12-hour shifts, 2 on, 2 off. 2 days, 2 nights. And he's ready for a break at the end of it. And I'm not surprised as well. I would be as well. You know. I mean, I've only done 8 hours today, but I've been in the sun all day long, and it kills you. It really does. It shows you age. No, I've got grey hair. It does. It does kill you being out in the sun all day, zapping the old energy. I need to sign up while we're thinking about Castle Rock for a second. I need to sign up for beer swaps. That's what we need. Salt Brewery ICAT double IPA. Oh, bless you. Good to see you. Good to see you a fan of beers. Decent beers as well. I need to sign up to the Castle Rock reward card jobby. And also one weekend when it's quieter. I don't do busy pubs. I really don't. I struggle with busy pubs. Unless I've had a drink, and I don't care. If I've had a drink and I don't care, that's how I am. I don't give monkeys. But when it's busy and I'm sober, I don't like it. And I need to go up to Bread and Bitter on Mapley Top in Nottingham, and go in and do a load of the Castle Rock beers while I'm there. Get a quiet corner, a review corner, and do some draft Castle Rock breweries, Castle Rock beer reviews. Good evening. So we will be happy with tonight's result, will we not, Mr. Goathead? Hop House 13. Oh, you've done well to get that. It's disappeared, and they've discontinued it. Bad days when they discontinue it, to be fair. Thought you might be happy. Ramsey played well. Pity about the couple of sitters he missed. Bale, brilliant assist for Ramsey, but that penalty of Bale's, bloody hell. Just goes to show when they want to play, they can play, these big superstar players. Definitely getting medicinal taste on this. It's really it's a beer of 2 halves. You get the bubblegum flavour on the aroma. You get the bubblegum and the taste. Scotland versus England Friday. That's going to be some match. Good evening. I'm doing an England versus Scotland Battle of the Beers as well on Saturday. Friday rather. About 10 to 7. Once I know the other beer's gone. And then finish about 20 to 8. Ready for the... Is it 7:45 kickoff or 8 o'clock kickoff? I never know with these bloody kickoff times. I'm thinking it's 8 o'clock, isn't it, the kickoff? 8. Rightio. So if I do 7:15 till 8 at the most, saves getting the jab. I've already had the jab. Rightio, that's interesting then. So I can do 7 till 8 tomorrow night then, and miss out on the beer, on the football. That's good. That's good. While the football's on, there's no point doing any beer reviews in while it's on. Even the not live beer reviews, they really aren't getting no one's really watching them, and I understand that because of the fact that everyone's either drinking or watching the footy, which you can't fault people. You really can't. So, whoa. It's a real. I'm double jabbed as well. Yes. Went into my local where I got a jabbed. I know what you're saying, Benjamin, and I do. I don't know, Paul. It's going to be a toughie. I can see it being a very tough match. You know that the English are going to be up for that match. We know the Scottish are going to be up for that match. It should be, as long as the referees don't get too pissy, it should be a barnstorming match. It should be. For me, one of the matches of the tournament, because it's a local derby. And as we know, local derbies are great matches. Scotland need the draw or a win. England need a win or a draw, but not so bad as the Scottish. Scottish need points, otherwise they're going home early. Losing to, God, who was it, Czechoslovakia or whoever it was? Yeah, losing to them's kind of killed the impetus, you know. I mean, at least being in the Euros, you know, after, is it 23 years of not being in? You know, it's a good thing. And it's great to see 3 of the 4 teams in there. I agree, Mike, to be fair, and I was going to get back to that with Benjamin. In care homes, you know, these people are the most vulnerable population of the whole lot. I do think that if you're in that environment, you know that you've got to be jabbed. You've got to be vaccinated up. The English players in the Scotland team feel about playing England. Yeah. That's different. And fucking have had a drink now, so I can't remember what was said. Who's your current favourite English player? Oh, I would say it's got to be Harry Kane. Harry Kane, when he's playing good, in the last World Cup, he got us through because he was getting fouled so much, and the referees weren't having none of it. And because of them, because they were playing dirty football and fouling him, he helped us get as far as we did. It's difficult, Benjamin. It really is. It's difficult. As every older person been jabbed? Maybe not. And you can see it. You can see this coming. That, like Chris just said, that they won't let you go abroad if you haven't been jabbed. Nottingham Panthers fan. Oh, I used to like it. I used to like ice skating. Yeah, yeah, it was good down at the stadium, ice stadium. Yeah, it was good back in the days for pulling girls. Oh dear, oh dear. I used to have 3 different girlfriends at a time. Yeah, one at one side of the stadium, one at the other, and one at the other. Yeah, it was great. They were the days. So, before I encroach into anybody's beer review football time, Golden Pour, massive bubblegum on the nose. Strawberry, cherry, banana. Same on the taste. But there is a medicinal taste to this. It's very much... I was 17 at the time. I was tuning into a lot of chicks. You know, dear oh dear. And I was getting drunk. Yeah. steaming, and then going around the ice. And we used to have these we used to have these lads on the ice, you know, the showboaters. You know, them who can do everything on the ice and that. I'm going along on that. I've seen my mates in the background, and I'm like this with my arm, and I felt some resistance as I'm going towards them, pissed out my face. And I've not only clotheslined one of the showboaters. I got to my mates, they're all saying, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What?" Looks behind. There's one lad on the floor, and I clotheslined him. Didn't even know. Yeah. And I was steaming. Whiskey and lager. It's a bad mix. Double whiskey, pint of lager. Jobs are good, and on the ice. They were the days. I didn't give a monkeys in them days. Don't really give a monkeys now, to be fair, but yeah, at times at least. Whoa. So, yeah, there's always going to be both sides of the argument, isn't it? Boilermaker, is that what it is? It was strong. This is an acquired taste. You're either going to like this or you're not going to like this. The bubblegum element is the stud. I agree, Benjamin. They waited far too long to knock it on the head. Well, you know, as an English person, we've got to be giving these Scottish some jabber on Friday. The Scottish are only going to be giving us some jabber as well. So, bubblegum all around. Yeah, bubblegum all around, but there is that medicinal taste to this. um, out of 5, this is a really tough one because the bubblegum element is absolutely spot on, but that medicinal taste that comes through is not so nice. It certainly divides. It certainly divides the opinion, doesn't it? Depth charger, bless you. Out of 5, I'm torn here. If this is one of them, would I drink this again? No, not by a long shot, because I don't need to. You know, it's a one-off thing. For the bubblegum element, you would give this a 4.3 out of 5. But on the flip side of the coin, the bubblegum element with the medicinal taste in the back end would be something like a 3.7. So I would say something like a 3.8 out of 5 is a fair score for this. Yeah. So it all depends if you like it or you don't like it, you know, as most beers are, to be fair. But this is definitely an interest. Yeah, it is an interesting beer. The bubblegum element does change the beer quite somewhat. Indeed. Right, got to let you get back to your football. Back on tomorrow night for a 7 o'clock. Well, I'll make it 10 to 7 and I'll make it till 8 o'clock. No, matey, no. It's a one-off. So back tomorrow night for another live from about 10 to 7 till 8 o'clock. So I'm not disturbing anybody's football. And see you later. Cheers, everyone. Oh, steaming now as well. Fucking hell, 2 beers. Wallop me.